Tiger, let's go fast. Got to make them tight now.
Professional football is not for the faint of heart. But then again, neither is being the lone female amongst 52 world-class athletes. But for Florida Tuskers Director of Operations, Diane Clarke, she wouldn't have it any other way.
Excellent, excellent. Quicker, nice job, nice job, nice job. Hey, hit that homer.
No, Diane, I hired Diane. She was an intern with the Preds.
My internship coordinator said, hey, Diane, we're going to have a private workout, and Jay has asked for you to come out and work there. So I'm telling my parents this. I'm like, oh, yeah, some guy named Jay. And they're like, you mean Jay Gruden, like the head coach? I was like, I don't know. Some guy named Jay just wants me to come. And they're like, Diane, that's like Jay Gruden, the head coach, and John Gruden's brother. I was like, okay.
I met Diane for the first time last year, and you knew immediately that her organizational skills, I mean, her ability to do what Coach Haslett, Coach Gruden wanted to do was going to be a very big plus for our organization last year.
And she did such a good job last year as helping out with the football, in fact, taking over a lot of it, that I hired her to be full-time DFO. And she's unbelievable. She does everything. And you would think she's 45 years old and been through everything. She handles everything. She's calm. She's an ex-athlete, so she knows athletes. She knows how to handle them, and she gets things done.
Okay, my least favorite question of all is, what do you do? Because I am busy from 7 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock at night, and then you ask me what I did, and I say, I don't know.
I mean, Diane's a person that, especially in this league, you need, or a startup business of any sort, let's say. You have to have a person that does everything.
I mean, she's like a one-man, I say female show, and she has a lot of responsibilities, and I don't think I ever seen her get frustrated, and that says a lot about her.
I make sure in the morning, if we've got new guys that we're signing and we waived a guy beforehand, I have to make sure all that's done before we step on the field. I have to make sure I've got whatever that stuff is inside of my air horn, so when I blow that horn, it makes a loud noise. I didn't tell you, I'm in the locker room tying up boys' jerseys. The guys, if they need their jerseys tied up in the back, that's my job. We hit the ground running out on the field. And then I keep the time when I'm out there. I write on the whiteboard. We've got guys that are learning plays. We've got a lot of installs. Installs mean that we're installing new plays. That's what I do until the end of practice. Practice is over. Grab some food, and then there's no downtime. The rest of the day, I'm running errands for coaches and then handling whatever the league needs me to do.
Game day is actually the easiest day for me, and it is, of course, the funnest day. I am the play charter for Coach Gruden. I'll stand next to him, and whatever plays he calls, I will write them down. And when he goes back to watch the film, if some of the players screw it up, he doesn't know necessarily what he called, so he can go back to the sheet that I chart and find out which play that was. So that's really what I do on game day.
You know, her role here as our DFO, Director of Football Operations, is something that she's fit into very naturally. You know, she's been a lot of fun to work with, and I think the players tease her and give her a little bit of a hard time, but she fires right back. She's been around sports, being the basketball player that she is, for a long time, and she handles it all very well.
Well, I think Diane's great because Diane is the one woman, you know, amongst 70, you know, primates, basically.
That is true. She is the lone female. She does her job well. You know, when we need anything, you know, you can call on Diane, and pretty much sure she has the answers.
And that's like the first line of defense. You go to Diane. If anything goes wrong, we talk to Diane. And she got to hear, like you say, 70 guys complain to her.
Players complain to me about everything. It would be one thing if it was one guy or two guys, but it's 70 guys, and they're all complaining to me about whatever it is. And sometimes it's just the craziest things, and they ask me the craziest things.
Literally, if anything happened to me right now, I would call Diane.
If the check is not right, you go to Diane.
If I got a flat tire, I'd probably call Diane.
Check's not in, you go to Diane.
If I needed to book a flight home, I called Diane.
If the checks are late, you go to Diane.
If my food was cold at dinner 2 days in a row, I'd call Diane. So everything from complaining to needing to get something done, she's the one.
Diane is just, she's everything. She really is. And so she really takes care of our operations. And I don't know if people really appreciate and understand what all she does, but she is just nonstop work. And she goes above and beyond maybe some of her duties to help some of us out that don't understand things.
You got to have thick skin because she's with a bunch of meatheads 24/7. And she does take a lot of crap, but she's, like I said, without her, we'd all probably just quit.
Zebra, zebra, zebra! Next week on Outside the Huddle.
We just finished loading the back part of the plane and ready to get out of here.
Shout out to KI Core, my daughter Ariel.
Do it together. 1, 2, 3.